Hello everyone. I'm here to talk to you about licensing since School Methods was such a long time ago. So please watch this whole thing and hopefully it'll be helpful information if you haven't already completed this process. Dr. Fisher is sad that she can't join me today, but she had to go somewhere. So a couple of things. You got a sheet from us in School Methods from her about especially the DSPS stuff and ASHA stuff. So I'm gonna review some of that right now. Going to the ASHA website is going to be helpful, and also DSPS if that is what you need. Please go to those websites and just sort of read through it. That's your first job if you haven't done that already. You need to submit those forms to her for licensure when you graduate. Remember we talked about not waiting for the ASHA stuff either until December, because after December 31st then the standards change, so for supervision, so make sure you get that in before the end of the year. So there is an ASHA certification application verification form by the program director. That is Dr. Fisher. So that is now online, and once you fill that out, she gets that in an email. She can then complete that for you online. Okay. The state licensure, again, if you go to the Wisconsin DSPS, if you're working in Wisconsin, go through that list, make sure that you're doing this is your temporary license because you're not done yet. So you're going to have a temporary license. You're going to fill out a bunch of forms, one that has to get signed and sent to ASHA, one that's going to come here that we're going to then send to the state, and then one that has money. We don't want your money. We don't want that form. We don't want any of that information. Once you send the form here, the application to practice, she will sign it and then she's going to fax it. Okay. Make sure also when you're sending her information that it's, if you want to print it, fill it in and then scan it. Don't take a picture of it, don't screenshot it, go somewhere if you can and scan it in and send it to her, and then she will take care of it. Because she just can't process it if it's in another way. Okay? If you are out of state, you need to contact her directly. So there might be some other pieces, especially if you're in Illinois, that she's going to need to fill out and send it in on your behalf. Okay, so that's the DSPS side of it and the ASHA side of it. If you're staying in Wisconsin and you're doing DPI, those of you who did a practicum or an externship in a school and you have over 100 hours in a public school setting and you have your diversity class, you can do the provisional license. That's the Tier 2 license. You don't need DSPS for the Tier 2 because you've met all the requirements that the state is looking for in terms of that educational program. Eventually this is, it won't matter to you. That's Tier 2. Tier 1 are folks who didn't do a school practicum or an externship. You might have a diversity class, but you don't have any school hours. You're going to come in on that Tier 1 license. And then that you have to finish, you have to do that for 3 years. Then you get kicked to Tier 2, you do that for 3 years, and then you get kicked to life license. So if you did not do schools, if you did not have an externship or a practicum in the school, you have to come in at a Tier 1. If you've done the school components, then you come in at a Tier 2. So hopefully that's clear. You are not an initial educator. Those are different kinds of prep programs. So I think the 30/20 reissuance or issuance of the provisional license for those folks who've done the school program is what you're looking for. Okay. So that's that. The School of Education won't release anything until mid-June. So they're going to wait till all the grades come in from all of the sites. They're going to process all the application paperwork, and then they're going to let DPI know that yes, all of these students are ready to go. If you need a letter from us saying that you've met all the requirements because you're doing summer school or summer therapy, please email Dr. Fisher and she can get that letter for you. That should be it. all of the rest of you who are like, doing fun places like Arizona or wherever, none of this applies to you, but you get to hear me one more time. So there's that. Again, if I don't think I'm missing anything, but please just read those directions very carefully. I know that it's a lot of misinformation. We had this late in the semester and a year ago, so it feels like forever ago. So hang in there. But that's the information I have to share. Okay, I think that's it. So hopefully you guys all survive graduation, and the educational folks are at the end of their time on site. So good stuff. All right. That's all I have. So that's what I know. You got this. I believe in you. Okay? Okay.